Hello everyone and welcome back in a new video. In this video, we are going to compare five major international standards of forms of construction contracts like FIDIC, JCT, NEC, AIA, and ConsensusDocs. Okay, so each of these contracts is widely used in different parts of the world and each one has its own philosophy, approach to risk, and procedure for handling extension of time, claims, and dispute resolution. Okay, so by the end of this video, you will clearly understand how these contracts differ and which one suits what kind of project environment. Okay, so let's start. So first, we have here the objective of comparison. So the main purpose of this comparison is to help you see the big picture. So we will look at how these leading firms handle key product management areas such as EOT procedures, claim handling, dispute resolution, and collaboration between parties. So we will also discuss how each firm manage risk distribution and working relationship between the client, contractor, and consultant. So think of this as a contract personality comparison, how each one behaves under similar conditions. Okay, so now next we have overview of contract families. So here you can see we have here the contract types here, column, FIDIC, JCT, NEC, AIA, consensus docs. Then next we have origin, then primary use, then key administrator. Okay, so now let's discuss one by one. First, we have FIDIC. So FIDIC, you can see here, origin is the international, uh, and next is the primarily use infrastructure engineering and key administrator is engineer. Okay, so FIDIC originates internationally and is most common in engineering and infrastructure projects. So the engineer is the key administrator here. So next we have JCT. So JCT or the Joint Contract Tribunal comes from the UK. Here you can see here, mainly used for building projects, and the architects, or you can say contract administrator, takes the lead. Okay, here you can see. So next we have NEC. So NEC is also from UK. So it is focuses on collaboration and flexibility. Here is the project manager plays a central role. Okay, here you can see. Next, we have here AIA. AIA is from the USA, is mainly for building projects with the architects administrating the contracts. Okay. The last we have consensus docs is also from USA, but it's a newer, okay, uh, more collaborative form that encourage teamwork. So the core team or neutral committee manage it. Okay, here you can see. So every form has its own origin, main use, and administrator. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Next we have contract philosophy. Okay, so each of these forms follow a different philosophy. Here you can see FIDIC, balanced but formal, risk allocation, and procedural fairness. Okay, so FIDIC aims to be balanced yet formal, ensuring fair risk allocation and procedural compliance. Second, we have here the JCT. So JCT is the traditional. It is legally detailed with clearly defined roles. Okay, yeah, you can see. Next, we have NEC. NEC promotes collaborative approach, emphasizing proactive management and early warning to avoid dispute. So next we have here AIA. AIA is prescriptive, giving the owner more control with the strict documentation requirements. Okay. So in the last we have here the consensus docs. It's also about the partnering and transparency, um, ensuring joint decision making and fairness. Okay. So in simple terms, FIDIC and JCT are more formal. NEC and consensus docs are more collaborative, and AIA is more honor control. Here you can see. Okay, so I hope contract philosophy is clear. Okay, so next, now let's compare how each contract deal with the extension of time. So first is the FIDIC. Okay, so here you can see FIDIC. Actually, under FIDIC, EOT is granted for delays beyond the contractor's control and are reviewed by the engineer with the detailed notice. Okay, here you can see. So next we have the JCT. JCT uses the term relevant events where the architect or the contract administrator review time extension request, and usually time only cost is separate. Okay, here you can see. So next we have NEC. So in NEC, delays are treated as the compensation event, and both time and cost are assessed together by the project manager. Okay, here you can see review authority is the project manager. So next we have AIA. AIA handles excusable delays reviewed by the architect through a formal claim process with strong documentation requirements. Okay, so in the last, we have the consensus docs. So uh, consensus docs encourage joint, review. Both parties discuss delays early through an issue resolution committee. Okay, joint review here you can see. So so you can see how NEC and consensus docs focus on collaboration, while FIDIC, JCT, and AIA follow a more procedural route. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so next we have notice and record keeping. So notice and documentation are critical in all contracts. So here you can see we have the contract notice requirement and record management. So first FIDIC. So FIDIC is very strict. The contractor must give notice within 28 days and maintain detailed daily records. Okay, here you can see. Second, we have JCT. JCT requires prompt written notice and regular correspondence logs. Okay, here you can see. Then we have NEC. NEC has an early warning system encouraging real time communication and record keeping. Okay. So next we have AIA. AIA requires timely claim submission with detailed backup documentation. Okay. So in the last we have the consensus docs. Consensus docs encourage, you can say, immediate notice and shared access to records between all the parties. Okay, shared documentation system, immediate notice. So if you look closely, FIDIC and AIA is documentation heavy, and NEC and consensus docs are communication driven, and JCT sits somewhere in the between. You can see here. Okay. So I hope notice and record keeping is clear. Okay, so next we have dispute resolution mechanism here. So when dispute arise, each form follow its own structured path. First, let's discuss about the FIDIC. FIDIC starts with the engineer's determination. Okay, as you can see, initial decision, engineer's determination, and then moves to the dispute adjudication board or dispute review board, and finally to the arbitration. Okay, so here you can see. So second, we have JCT. JCT involves the architect decision, then followed by the adjudication and possibly arbitration or litigations. Okay, here you can see. The third, we have NEC. NEC uses the similar route: project manager decision, adjudication, then arbitration. Then in the second last we have a AIA. AIA starts with the architect's decision, and then mediation, and finally arbitration or the litigations. Okay. The last we have consensus docs. So consensus docs prefer direct a discussion first, then issue a resolution committee or mediation and the arbitration only as a last resort. Okay, here you can see. So, so you can see a modern contract like NEC and consensus docs prioritize early resolution and collaboration, while FIDIC and JCT retain formal structure pathway. You can see. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So next we have role of contract administrator. Okay. So in FIDIC, first we have here the in FIDIC, FIDIC. So in FIDIC, the engineer is expected to act independently and fairly when certifying EOT claims. Okay, dependent engineer certify and evaluate COT claims. Okay. So in JCT, the architect serves both as the client's agent and as a certifier. You can say in JCT, it will have architect will have a dual role. Okay. So next we have NEC. NEC gives a project manager an active role. They don't just monitor; they manage and they instruct proactively. Then next we have AIA. So AIA gives authority to the architect who evaluates claims on behalf of the owner. So in the last we have consensus docs. Consensus docs introduce a neutral advisor or committee, which makes the process more balanced and cooperative. Okay. So next we have collaboration and risk allocation. So first let's discuss about the FIDIC contract. So FIDIC contract has a moderate collaboration. Okay. It clearly defines the responsibilities, but keep parties separate in their roles. Okay. Second, we have JCT. JCT is low on collaboration, following a traditional client contract relationship. Then NEC. NEC is highly collaborative. Both sides share the management responsibilities and promote early issue or resolution. Next, we have the AIA. AIA offers moderate collaboration but learns more towards honor control. Okay. The last we have consensus docs. Consensus docs you can say is a more collaborative for all. It promotes teamwork, share risk, and transparent communication. So, if you are managing a modern project with the multiple stakeholders, so NEC or consensus docs might be more suitable than the traditional FIDIC or JCT. Okay. Okay. So next we have summary matrix. So here you can see we have here the aspects FIDIC, JCT, NEC, AIA, and consensus docs. Okay. So when we talk about the FIDIC, so you can say FIDIC is balanced, formal, and best for international infrastructure projects. Okay. So second, we have JCT. JCT is you can say traditional and best suited for UK-based building works. Then NEC. NEC collaborative and ideal for complex or partnership driven project. Then next we have AIA. AIA, you can say prescriptive, structured, and common in US building contracts. Okay. So in the last we have the consensus docs. So you can say it has the partnering approach, promoting trust, and joint problem solving. Okay, so each contract form has its strength and weakness. Uh, and as a product manager or a claim expert, it is important to choose the one that aligns with your product types, culture, and risk appetite. Okay, so I hope everything is clear related to the comparison. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next.